Hello and welcome to another episode of Satisfactory. And since the last episode where we got some glorious black gold, I took it upon myself to just do some more research, because get it out of the way while, off camera. And one of those things was, it's not X, what button is it? Z? Yes. We have a map available to us. I've gone through a lot of the research. Did a lot of manual crafting, as I didn't want to set up new production lines without being on camera. And we have set ourselves up a tiny little sulfur patch. This was the closest sulfur that I had. And so we just slapped a Mark 1 miner down onto it. We're getting 60 per minute. It's not connected to the grid at all here, but we are filling up a storage container, which is good. Now, I've taken a lot out into my inventory, but also, because I've been doing a lot of the research, I have a vehicle down here. A new vehicle. We have Zabuggy, the Explorer, who is way faster than the previous truck and is allowing me to get around much better. So we've filled up its inventory with a bunch of sulfur. I'm going to take this back and hopefully set up a little bit of a munitions plant, because I need more bullets, as we have the rifle. And the rifle is awesome. It is capable of doing a lot of damage, taking out enemies really quickly, but we have a severe lack of bullets at the moment. And the main thing that was hampering me was simply sulfur. But now that we have this, we can do sulfur and coal into black powder, and then black powder and a few other materials into those magazines that you can then load into your rifle. So we're going to leave this thing just to fill up there. Eventually, we need to take this sulfur node and run a conveyor down through here and into where the base is, into its input. But we're going to do... I'm thinking I might actually do that as a live stream, essentially, because I've mapped out all of these nodes here, and I could go through and at least plop Mark 1s on them all for Mark 1 miners, run power to them all, and then have all of these combine into one tier 3 or tier 4 line, or however it is, for the different like impure nodes that are out here, and then have them all come back through and then come down where's right here, come down right here into my base's system, which is having its input here on the map. But hey, with the map now, we can see where things are. And we can see I did some exploring out there with the Explorer. I actually found, I think it's right around here is quartz. The great thing about it is if I ping for something and wait for it to show up, so there should be some quartz off that direction, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, right there. I can pop this open and you can see where the quartz is on the map, which is super bloody useful. So I had gotten to this quartz right here and driven up there, just mined it out manually, and finished the research. But now at least we can head on back to base, and it is so much faster now we have this vehicle, so we can really start doing some exploration and setting stuff up, like little outposts and such. Woohoo! And of course, the physics of this game are really, really generous to you, so you literally can't flip this thing. But I don't know if I want to drive it off these kind of ledges. We'll go over to the right here. There is a road down. So, today, I'm thinking we have enough to unlock our next level of manufacturing, which I believe gives us the manufacturer, which is a building where you get 4 different inputs so that you can build the more advanced components. Such a thing would be the magazines for your gun. So I think I can throw a manufacturer down somewhere with just some basic inputs of storage containers, and then let it build me a whole bunch of magazines and get myself all prepared for a massive exploration journey to go and map out the entire map of every single node that I can find and throw down beacons on every single one of them. Alright. So, we're back here at base. We'll pop over here and we'll send up manufacturing. Industrial manufacturing. Milestone unlocked.
Milestone
So what did we
reached.
get?
The manufacturer increases production complexity.
We
A
got
critical look at
manufacturer.
production line logistics and efficiency is recommended during integration.
Anything in power?
Allows
No.
for increased efficiency in transportation.
It said about a
automated
vehicle.
delivery.
Yeah, truck.
New
It's like a
project
cargo
lines
truck.
enable
48
progress
slot
to the next
inventory.
phase.
Has a built-in craft bench. Can be automated to pick up and deliver stuff. Excellent. Now, here we get in some cool stuff. So, for our production, this is going to need heavy modular frames. And if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to build those. Yes. They are modular frames, pipes, encased beams, and a lot of screws. So it looks like the only thing that I'm missing out here in total is screws. But first, I should probably offload my sulfur somewhere, which, let's see here. What I found is a nice little trick. Say if I want to see what's in that storage container, just try to deconstruct it, and you can see that I'll get back a whole bunch of concrete. So there's got to be a whole bunch of concrete in that container. So that's a bunch of screws there. That's just a bunch of rods. That's a bunch of concrete, So it's just a real easy way to see what is in a thing's inventory at range. Oh, what's that thing over there? Oh, it's cable. Okay, sort of thing. Super easy. So I need to reposition some of my stuff. So I've got my smelter, constructor, assembler, and then I have my tower. But I want now to be manufacturer on 8. And then 9 is my oil derrick. I think I can ignore that. Or no, that's a miner, and then I have my space elevator? Strange. I don't know why I have that on my bar. But we'll go manufacturer. Then we'll do lookout tower. And last will be, we'll just do industrial storage container. Let's plop this down and let's empty out the little truck here. Should take a few trips. And we've got a decent amount of sulfur in order to process with. Okay. So sulfur into gunpowder is really easy. I believe that's just a basic assembler, right? Yeah. Black powder is just coal and sulfur. So I just need to steal some coal from my cargo containers that I have over in the coal line and stick it up with this sulfur, and I can get some black powder. But firstly, I need 10 modular frames, eh? Grab some more screws. And I guess we'll just have to craft some of those manually. At least to start. And I should really get a production line for heavy modular frames going then. Because if I'm going to need a whole bunch of these to put down manufacturers, I should probably do that. And I need various other resources. Okay, I'm going to grab those resources, and I'll be right back. 9 and 10 heavy modular frames, which should be enough here to build our first manufacturer of the world. Ooh, it's so large and impressive. Alright. Rifle cartridge. So this needs beacons. Okay. And then I can need beacons through this. Oh, that's going to be an annoying process. So I'm going to have to manufacture for beacons, or just manually craft them and feed it. And then, man, I might just make rifle cartridges manually then. Just automate black powder, let it run for a while, and then just do rifle cartridges manually if it's going to be this complicated. But at least, hey, heavy modular frames. So, screws, modular frames, steel pipes, and encased industrial beams. Well, my pipes and encased industrial beams are over in the other factory area that is up over there, further to the east. Modular frames are right there on the roof of that factory. So probably somewhere in the middle between the two, I can put this thing down and probably run enough resources to it. It needs only 10 of those per minute, 30 of those, 10 of those, 200 screw. There's, I believe, some unused iron in the area that I could turn into screws. So I could do that. Because I believe that my screw production over on that side is all accounted for. But 200 per minute. Of course, it'll all depend on how many modular frames I'm making. Because if I'm only making a couple modular frames, I won't need that many screws. So, let's see. We should also make sure we grab a something else to work on here. Is there anything we can make quite quick? Jetpack would be awesome. There's monorails. Alternative fluid transport, that's fluid in containers. And gas masks. Hey, that just requires a little bit of fabric. I can craft that in my spare time. Excellent. Okay, sweet. Let us head over there. And well, first, let's just do a quick setup here for automating some black powder. You into there. Power line to somebody. Somebody got power here. You. You are going to make black powder. And I just need to go and shove a whole bunch of coal into there. And then we're good. Let me temporarily dump my inventory into here. To give me a little bit of space. And then go grab some coal. Go fill that thing up. And then we should be good on black powder. And then I can just make magazines myself until I get some more infrastructure and get some more heavy modular frames set up so I can build more constructors. Alright, and with a whole bunch of coal in there as well, that should run for a while and should result in a fairly decent amount of black powder. So that way I can build those throwing bombs, novelists I think they're called, and I can build my own magazines and make all of the weapons. All of the weapons possible. And why not? We'll take our vehicle. For it is a wonderful truck to be able to drive fast and do donuts. Alright, so we're going to need to bring from up here the modular frames down. That's going to be a fairly easy, just run a conveyor belt that way. And then over here is probably where I want to have this manufacturer being located. Just run the conveyor. Yeah, I think that's probably it. We'll go and run just a tier 1 probably. I don't need them that quickly. But I mean, I have the resources. I might as well just run a tier 4 belt or a tier 3 or whatever I have available. Because it's just the steel beams. I have a bunch of them. Do, 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 do. How many modular frames? We have a full storage here. They are overflowing and they're going to the sink. Okay, good. So you are making 2 per minute. Jeez, that's slow. But I guess that's just what I have. So I guess honestly what I should do is just take this away, have a storage of them, which I may need for my own uses, and then from here we can just run a belt and bring it out this way. And just take it down over there and go right over top of these old burners here. Whee! That's max range for you right there. The base is going to get such spaghettied. But I mean, it's going to happen. I'm just going to let this piece of the base spaghetti as much as it wants until we get a point. Come on. I know we're encroaching on others' clearance. I want to click and then raise up. Thank you. Come on. There we go. Heading this way. Bringing those on over to here, and I need more beams. Well, at least good thing they're being made over here. That is for certain. And they are not the encased. They are right here. Ha 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 ha. Easily grab another few hundred. And back to laying out my little conveyor belt. You to there, and you close. Not all the way there yet. Okay, where do I put this? I will put it, this big bastard. We'll extend this out a little bit. And I'll put it right over here. Because I believe I'm going to have to pop up here. And there is some unused iron, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, yes, there's some iron right here. So I can plop down a miner here and use that to build me a bunch of screws that'll be able to be used for this constructor that'll be right around here. And do I not have my... Yes, I do. It is on me. The question is, do I have any fuel on me? No, I don't. Damn. I'll have to get rid of this tree later. But we can plop this guy, this big constructor down, manufacturer, I mean, right around there. And we should have enough room here to pipe everything in. We'll put the screw production up there, and then the screws can just come down and come into the side here. So then you guys can come this way and go up and come in nicely here. Kind of hard to see, but right to there, then 2 ticks back, and then in, like so. Alright. So now it's being sent its modular frames. Excellent. If I get you some power, which if I put a line up here on this ridge, I can use it as well for the screw production. To you. Excellent. Alright, now for screw production. We shall do our typical pop into a lookout tower and lay out some foundations. Alright, down. Beautiful. And then I need 200 per minute, but I'm not going to get anywhere near that because I don't have enough heavy modular. No, I don't have enough modular frames. I think for the moment I'll just put. Oh God, I need more concrete. I'll just put Mark 1 miners here, and just make a bunch of screws. And if I have extra screws, oh well, I have extra screws. I can always use them for something else, or at least I can make sure that I just have 200 screws so that if I get to the point where I'm fully running that thing, it can actually keep up, which will be good. Did not mean to make you. Alright, we'll put a couple Mark 1 miners down. They're going to do their 30 per minute because these are impure, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I still have my beacon here somewhere, don't I? Or did that get... No, it's still here. I should pick you up. Get you out of there. So that way you're not causing issues. I don't need things on my top bar there that I've already accounted for. There we go. So power line over to here. Get these guys started up. They're going to make their 30 per minute. So then they'll just need a single smelter. I'll just make this a nice simple production line here. Power line to there. That'll go to both of them. You're smelting the iron. Wonderful. And then some constructors, which I'll need to go... Oh, split to go to 4 of these things. Right. Because they're each taking 15. So then... I'll just do this quick logistics off camera here. I'll be right back once I've got this screw line figured out. Okay. So, we have 2 30 lines coming in, going to the 2 15 required to make rods. That makes 60 rods in total, which then we have on a Mark 1 line, which I could honestly just pop this up to a Mark 3 line if I wanted to. The main line. Make it a bit faster. Make it look a bit cooler. And then with 60, each of these needing 10 rods to make screws, then 6 of those, all set up. And then on this side, all we need to do is just re-merge them all into one thing, which they're going to make 40 times 60 would be a 240, which I should be able to run on a conveyor belt Mark III. So I just need my mergers to head this way. And I can get 240 screws and send them on down to that manufacturer. And it shall be absolutely bloody wonderful. And give me that Mark III belt. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then right here, this thing needs 200, and we've got 240 coming on down. I'd say to there. And then No, it's too steep. Whatever will I do? It can't be too steep. That's illegal. I can't go right to that. So let's go over to here. And turn on my flashlight. And then we can make a turn, say, here. And is this too steep? No, that's not. Excellent. There we go. Screws. 240 per minute, which should be more than what this thing needs. Alright. This thing's already powered, so we don't need to worry about that. All we need to do now is just run over some, the easy ones. Steel pipes and encased industrial beams. Like, encased industrial beams is easy. That's this container right here. Like, that's the easy one. We'll just, like, I can literally just run a line. It's not long enough. But I should probably keep this a little bit organized, you know, just 'cause. But we can tuck a line in right beside here. Just to mark one. Only needs a few resources per minute. And it can come to right beside this. Tick back to be able to do a nice turn. And then again, right until we get to that storage. Tick, tick. Oh, I have a curve in that one. Oh my god. Frickin' tree. I must kill you. I must get rid of you at some point. You are getting in the way. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Coming along. 1, 2. Perfect. In. There you go. Alright. So that's 3 out of 4. Now the last is steel pipes. So, steel pipes, I'm already taking some out and bringing it over here for stators. I could split off of this, because this seems to be making more than enough. And that is my only place where I'm making steel pipes. Yes. So, yeah, probably best is right here. We'll split, and then we'll just head on down and follow those lines that way. Easy peasy. Right there. And then we'll bring this line down. No, why did you turn at the end? Oh, don't get rid of the assembler. Why did you turn at the end? That was not nice of you. That's what I wanted. There we go. And then come in right beside this thing. Excellent. And then the same thing here. Tick, tick back. Making a nice right turn to come in a nice, easy, and wonderful 1, 2 back from there, and a nice right turn. And we've got our pipes coming down this way. And our we'll seed it here with a little bit of resources and we'll get it started. Or we're making heavy modular frames. Yes. Now, modular frames are going to be a bit of an issue. They are a bit slow in their production. I could ramp that up, which I probably will want to. I'd have to make 5. I have 1. I'd have to make 4 more for this to be able to run at full speed. Screws are covered. I believe encased industrial beams would be covered. 10 per minute. Let's see. I mean, I've got a storage of them, but let's see how many this is making per minute. 6. Okay, so I will slowly run out of industrial beams if I go at top speed. So I probably need to upgrade all of my stuff, but that's what the large base is for. This spaghetti base is just to get things actually functioning. Look here. We've got the heavy modular frames working. And we can temporarily just stock this thing up with modular frames and just let it go. Then we just need to plop down a storage container beside this bad boy. Extend this out by 1 more here. And take the output and put it in there. And we got our heavy modular frames. Wonderful. That is absolutely awesome. Heavy modular frames are a go. The base is getting even more spaghettied, but that is okay. Now, I think, can we start transferring some of this production, like specifically this production here? Like, I haven't really been using this base for doing much, really, like this entire time. Like, I've just left this running in order to feed the Fix-It coupons, which we have 69. Nice. Oh, we're almost there. I caught it right when we're going to be 69 coupons with 69%. Double nice. But I could probably move some of this production here over to the new future base. Or at least, like, what are we doing here? We're taking iron and we're making it into rods and plates, and then we're just throwing it away. We could more than likely, if I can, I believe I can make this jump up here. Yes, I can. We can more than likely take those rods and plates and create more modular frames out of them. More than likely. I'll have to see. But I think the next thing to do is start to move some of my production over to the future super base as it is at that time. How much black powder? Ooh, yes, 176. And I have actually been doing a whole bunch of, like, writing notes and, like, figuring out, okay, if this fits into this size and I have this many resources coming in this way, like, how do I want to hook all this up? And I think I've gotten a pretty good idea of how this is all going to connect. So all I need to do now is essentially just run some resources down through this. What's going to happen is the resources are going to come in this way through the factory. Floor 1, which is the one we're going to be on here, is going to be the basic floor. So it's going to be all the raw resource manufacturing. It's going to go from ores to ingots, essentially. So iron, copper, and I think I'm going to maybe even remove these constructors here. No, because they can do concrete and quartz and silica. So everything that you go from a miner and then move that into a, like, step 1 of processing, concrete, quartz, silica kind of concept, is going to be done at this level. Then once it reaches the end, it's going to do conveyor lifts like so. So for example, the top one is going to have a conveyor lift on it, and it's going to be a very short lift just to get it up to the next level. Then the next one is going to go out a little bit, and then it's going to have a lift that sort of goes around it. The next one is going to go out further and have a lift that goes around it. This one will go out further and have a lift that goes around the whole thing. And so whatever is the top will eventually be on the bottom of the next level. But then do a next level, and that will be everything that is one step past raw resource manufacturing. So that'll be iron ingots to plates and rods and that kind of stuff. And then the next level going flowing this way, up, flowing back for the resources, up, flowing this way again. Next level will be your next steps. That'll be like combining, say, screws and plates into the reinforced plates. And so as you go in and you weave back and forth going up into the sky, you get progressively more and more complicated and high-tech pieces of equipment in this base. And then I'm saving this side here for working with fluids, as I have not planned into what to do here. But also, I can easily remove a pole and have a pipeline there as well, if I wanted to. Stackable conveyor pole, put that back. But yeah, I think I'm going to start moving stuff over here. There are plenty of iron nodes and such that I have available that I can start doing basic manufacturing with. For example, there's some limestone there. There's 4 iron here. There's, I believe this is 2 iron, a copper, and a couple limestone. I can start with this cluster in the map and bring them all down through my input here and start this base doing some basic manufacturing. Get the layout going. So I'll do a little bit of that layout off camera. Get all of the miners in place. Probably take the time and make them all Mark IIs. Get all that set up. And I don't know, we'll do something else in the next episode. But that is going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. And good building out there, fellow pioneers.